Welcome to Now You're Cooking. I'm Chef Allie here in the Fisher Kitchen in the Hy-Vee Culinary Club room. Today we're going to make something that's a very special dish from my childhood, and I bet many of you will be able to relate to it as well. Creamed eggs on toast. Now I made this for Christmas breakfast this year for my boys, and they loved it, and I thought, well gosh, I'm going to show all of you how to make it as well. First thing you have to do is hard boil your eggs. Now here in my saucepan I've got 6 eggs. Now here in my very favorite cast iron skillet, I've already melted 3/4 of a stick of unsalted butter, and here's where we want to make our roux. Now typically when you're making a roux, the important thing is to use medium heat, and then to our butter we're going to add flour just a little bit at a time. And typically when you're making a roux, you're going to add you'll have equal parts of flour and butter in your pan. Okay, now notice I'm using my nice flat silicone whisk, and that allows me to get up into the very edge of my pan and keeps me from having any lumps in my roux. Now as you can see, this is starting to turn a nice golden brown color, and when we're making a roux, that's what we always want to remember, is we want that nice golden brown color, because that tells us something very important. It lets us know that we have cooked all the pastiness out of our flour, and that's what's going to give it the nice depth and the rich flavor for our gravy. And a lot of times when I'm making this gravy for my boys, I will go ahead and treat them with just a little bit of half and half in this gravy as well. Now you can see here in my skillet that I don't have any lumps. So I'm going to turn my fire back up to medium heat at this point, and I'm going to keep whisking away because we want this to stay nice and smooth. And to that I'm going to add just a little bit of half and half because we want to make this nice and rich and creamy. Okay, now we'll keep stirring until we get our gravy nice and thickened. Bring it up to a boil over medium heat. And this is something that you're going to want to remember to keep in your pantry at all times. Anytime you're making gravy, whether it's sausage gravy, bacon gravy, creamed eggs on toast, if you don't have a gallon of milk in your refrigerator or you don't have any half and half, go to your pantry and get a can of evaporated milk. It makes the most delicious gravy that you have ever had. Even the evaporated milk that's fat-free makes a really nice gravy. Okay? Now, we want to season this with a little bit kosher salt. We're going to do a 3-finger pinch there, so that's about 1/3 teaspoon. We may have to do just a little bit more. This will make a nice full pan of gravy for your family. And it's really starting to get nice and thick here in my pan. And I also want to season it with just a little bit of pepper. Now, if it bothers you to have the little black pepper flakes in your gravy, since it's that beautiful creamy color, this is the time that you can actually use white pepper in your creamed eggs on toast. We need to add just a little bit more milk, starting to get really thickened on the bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and stir in our sliced hard-boiled eggs that I have right here. These were actually grade A large eggs, and we used 6 of them for a nice big skillet of creamed eggs. So we'll stir that in. All right, our creamed eggs on toast is, well, it's not on the toast yet, but our creamed egg gravy is ready to go here in my cast iron skillet. And I'm using some of my favorite English muffin bread from our Hy-Vee bakery. I've toasted that ahead of time. And I'm just going to get me a nice, generous helping of this hot, creamy gravy. And you know what? I love to serve this. Like I told you, I served it to my kids for Christmas morning. But I think this would be a delicious breakfast on those cold days of winter that we have coming up. Your family will love it. But I've got to have a sample of it just to make for sure that my gravy is seasoned properly. Total yum. When you get ready to make creamed eggs on toast, please come and shop with us here at your hometown Hy-Vee store, where we truly make your life easier, healthier, happier. I'm Chef Allie, and remember, now you're cooking.